tell that I'm wearing a gun. It hides it pretty good. This is the Crossbreed supertuck holster that I promised I'd make a video to show you. The gun is right here. It is a Smith & Wesson full-size 40 caliber. And you can't even really see. I mean, here's the grip right here. It holds it really close to your body. So I just got this today. Let me take it off and I'll show it to you. Okay, here's the holster off of my belt. I just got it yesterday. I got a chance to wear it all day today, so I can give you my initial review on what I think of it. This holster, as I said, is the Crossbreed supertuck deluxe. It is around $70. I got the basic cowhide or whatever it is, leather. It's like a tannish color on the one side and black on this side. They do have a horsehide available. It's extra cost. I opted not to get that because I like the black better. And you can get different clips. You can get Velcro clips that replace these that can clip onto your belt. So you actually, it kind of Velcros onto the back of your belt and it holds it. That's for really when you really need to conceal it. I mean, these do have the Crossbreed like cross logo on it, so anybody that's a gun person that would see these would know, you know, that guy's carrying a gun. Anyway, I mean, nobody else is really going to recognize it though, but they do make Velcro ones that don't even come down in front of the belt. They just Velcro to the back. So if you're wearing like a business shirt and or a business suit and you have your shirt tucked in, you won't see these clips hanging down here with the Crossbreed logo on. It'll be completely hidden. Nobody's even gonna know. And it is a tuckable holster. You can tuck your shirt behind this part here. Another option they give you when you order is to get the combat cut, it's called. That's a few extra dollars. And from what I understand, what they do is they take some of this off, so when you go to draw your weapon, it makes it easier to draw. I opted not to get that because I didn't know how much they were going to take off, and I didn't want any of the gun, and particularly this dovetail jabbing into my gut, so I kept this on. It does kind of inhibit getting a good draw on the gun. I haven't practiced drawing with this holster yet, but I'm sure once, you know, with some practice, you can get a pretty good grip on it. Looks like your thumb is going to have to kind of go past this little bulge here, so you're not going to be able to get a really good high up grip on your draw. So something you might want to get is the combat cut if you do get one. I think that would make it a little bit easier to draw. But other than that, you know, I like it. And that was, you know, something option I should have got, but you know, I wasn't thinking at the time. I didn't want to have this jabbing into my side against bare skin, you know. So this is Kydex. When it's not on, when you're not wearing the holster, it is a little loose, but once you have a belt and this tucked into your pants, it actually tightens up pretty good. You know, just having this bend, the curve around your body tightens around the Kydex and holds it in better. So you can take a wet rag and cover the Kydex with it, and take a hair dryer and heat this area up where the trigger guard is, and slowly press down, and you're actually bending the Kydex in here. This is where it actually secures to your firearm to lock it into place. So you can adjust that, and you can even send it into the factory and they'll do it for free. If you're afraid you don't want to mess it up or anything, you can send it back to Crossbreed and they will adjust it, you know, to your liking. So I carry a full-size M&P 40. It's unloaded. I've tried different types of holsters before this. I had a NATC holster, which is basically just a Kydex holster. There's no leather backing material. It's made for outside the waistband, but you can wear it inside the waistband too. It has optional loops, sort of like these. And it's kind of uncomfortable because you got this Kydex pressing into your, into your side. You've got no protection, against the Kydex. You got no padding or anything. So that's pretty much, it's mainly meant for outside the waistband carry. And that worked pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. It was a nice holster. But I did have a Streamlight TLR2, I think, weapon mounted light on here. It's the plastic light. It's not the metal body construction. And with the NATC, I noticed that the retention for the holster was on the Streamlight weapon mounted light. That was what held it in. So every time you would reholster and then unholster and draw, it would be putting pressure on that Streamlight light. So it broke. Where it mounts here under the rail, one of the sides broke, and that actually happened twice. The first time I sent it back to the factory, and Streamlight has a lifetime warranty on their products, so they replaced it. And I started using the NATC holster, with the Streamlight, kept using it. I didn't tighten down the flashlight as tight as I had it the first time, thinking maybe I over tightened it, and it did last a little bit longer, but eventually exactly the same problem. It snapped right there. So, without the light mounted on the gun, it doesn't have no retention. I mean, there's nothing holding it in because there's nothing for it to grab onto. So that's something you might want to think about if you're going to get a holster from them with a weapon mounted light. But anyway, Crossbreed, its retention is on the trigger guard, which is nice. You can see that it's trimmed to fit the weapon pretty well. I mean, nothing is really exposed. It has a pretty bad smell. It almost smells like raw salmon or something when you first get it. It really is an unpleasant smell. I don't like seafood to begin with. So smell on this is just, it takes some getting used to. But other than that, that's my really only complaint, and I'm sure that'll go away. Wearing it, I only wore it today, and they said in the instructions you got to give it like a couple days to get broken into your body. And as you can see, this one, it's already starting to curve around my body to fit my body. So for the most part, while I'm at work, I'm sitting down the whole time pretty much, so I do a lot of sitting, and that was one of my concerns with it inside the waistband holster. But for the most part, it was pretty comfortable. I do have some side fat, as I like to call it, and that helps conceal the gun, but then again, it also makes it uncomfortable at times when this part of the gun, or even this, is kind of poking me in my gut there. So it's a little uncomfortable. That might go away once the holster gets more broken in. Also, I could have shifted it an inch or so. I had it, I guess you would say, 2-3 o'clock position. Well, yeah, in between the 2-3 o'clock. I could have shifted it more to the 3, towards the 4, even 4 o'clock, and I think that would have probably gotten rid of some of this poking me in my side while I was sitting. But other than that, I mean, today at work there was a couple points where I actually forgot that I was wearing it completely. I just got, preoccupied with work, and I just, I had to think, oh man, I'm wearing my gun and I didn't even recognize it. You kind of forget it because it is pretty comfortable for the most part, and yeah, it holds it nice and tight against your body. As you've seen, you can't even tell that I'm wearing a gun. So it's a very concealable holster. When you really need deep concealment, this is the way to go. It's going to have a little slower draw time from an outside the waistband holster, but in the situations where you really need to conceal, It states where you can get charged for brandishing or open carry and all kinds of dumb laws that they have in other places. Luckily, Pennsylvania is pretty good. We have open carry and concealed carry, so if it would show, I'm just converting to open carry. But, when you're in a place or in a state where it has to be concealed, this is a perfect holster for it. It's going to take some getting used to drawing, as I said. If you get the combat cut, that'll probably make, acquiring a good solid grip on the gun, that'll probably make it a lot easier. But, yeah, I would give it 5 out of 5 stars so far, 4.5 out of 5, only because it's jabbing me, and that can probably be adjusted just by changing the position of the holster. And also another negative is that, without the combat cut on here, it's hard to get a decent grip, but that is an option, so, if you're going to get one, you might want to look into that. But otherwise, I believe this is a very good holster for the money. It's got a lifetime warranty. Anything ever goes wrong, clips break, leather, gets ripped or starts wearing out, you can send it back to Crossbreed and they'll actually replace it. I heard a story where somebody had their gun out of their holster, like on their nightstand, and they had the holster laying on the ground, and they got out of bed in the middle of the night, stepped on the Kydex, cracked it, and they sent it back to Crossbreed telling them what happened, and he replaced it. He put a new piece of Kydex on there for them. So they seem to go above and beyond their Call of Duty to help you out. They're loyal to their customers. They back their product well. It comes with, a nice instructions how to care and clean your holster, how to care for the leather, some products to use, how to clean the Kydex, how to adjust it. I've gotten other holsters where it doesn't come with any instructions or anything. It's just, here's your holster. You figure out how to take care of it and how to use it and all kinds of stuff. But it is a very good holster for the money. And I believe I even read that you can adjust the cant of it. I'm not really sure. I don't only see so many holes on the back of mine here, but it looks like these can be adjusted here, the clips, how high they ride, so you can actually make the gun ride up higher on your side or down lower in your pants, I guess. So that might be something I'll have to experiment with too, to try to find what is perfectly comfortable for me. I mean, right now, the way it is, I think if I shift it around to the 3 o'clock position, I think once it's broken in, I'll be even more comfortable with it. But, I mean, I can definitely carry it the way it is now. So, either way, you got your adjustability here, and, it can be suited to fit your body style and type and how high you want it to ride and everything like that. So that's pretty much it that I can say on it. Here's just a look without the weapon in. Got the Crossbreed logo up here. It's very well made. Man, the smell is overpowering though. It stinks to high heaven of, like, I guess it's starting to smell more like a leather now, but when you first get it, it's got like a fishy smell. Man, I hate seafood, so. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the review, and I possibly might make another one after this gets broken in, after I get some more time with it, get to practice drawing from it, maybe adjust the height of these clips here to better fit me, and adjust where I wear it. So, I will possibly be making another video, but for the meantime, hopefully this helps you out if you're interested in looking for one. And hopefully that'll help you get an idea what it's all about. Thanks for watching.